Oh my God, is this it? I'm dead.
Anytime she goes away.
All right, young Groms. Last week we left you while I was test driving a 2001 Toyota Tacoma. And after some feedback from you guys, I was ready to pull the trigger. I was really stoked on these old first-gen Tacomas. I know they're just like super reliable, and I really wanted to be able to get this thing to like 300,000 miles. So I brought it over to my friend's place, who's a mechanic, and before he even put it in the lift, he noticed that it was totally rusted through in part of the frame. And I actually had missed this. I'm definitely no car expert, but I knew to look under the car, and I could even see in this video now, when I look back on it, that this part of the frame right here is totally rusted through. So ultimately he was like, I really don't think you should buy this truck. And thankfully he saved me like $8,500. Waves aren't exactly cranking, but we got to surf while we can. And yeah, I'm fired up. We're going to wear the 3.3 Isurus for the first time in February. Pretty wild. Yeah, if you can wear a 3.3 in February in New York on Long Island, then you know it's got to be a pretty good wetsuit. Yamamoto rubber. Pro tip from a doctor. Wear sunscreen. Got this battery here charging up the Icebox camera. This thing is super light. I'm going to show you where the memory card is. It's actually just on the side right there. And you need a pen to like pop it in, pop it out. So I'm going to use this little wire right here. There it is. You can see it on the side. And then you can't push it in with your thumb. There we go. It clicks in. We got the SD card in there. We're then going to put it in this little contraption right here. This is like the waterproof case. And then boom, you're going to put it on the bite mount. And this works like any GoPro attachment. They are compatible. So this is just like a GoPro mouth mount that I often forget to use. But put this in right here. I can press this button to turn it on. So the same button that turns it on is going to be the same button that you're going to hit to record. And then boom, there. It's on, you can see. And it gives you like a nice visual of what's going on. Sometimes I like to lick the screen to try to get all like little like pieces of salt off it and stuff. And then you can record. Now it's recording. And yeah, we're stoked. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna take the little mini Simmons fish out and go rip it up. All right, guys, that was a pretty fun sesh. This thing is sick. Also, there was definitely a few corners out there, so stoked we were able to surf. I'm still feeling a little winded after being sick, so gonna cut that session pretty short, surf for like 30 minutes, and gonna go home, do some studying, Rosh, and rest up because there should be waves tomorrow. Put all the boards and stuff back in the car, and now it's time to go for my 1 mile run. Take it really slow because I can imagine tomorrow is gonna be pumping. So gonna hit a quick jog and let's hope everything goes smoothly. I was very grateful that I had been saved from buying a super expensive old truck that could have led me into a disaster and I could have gotten injured on the highway. But at the same time, I was kind of bummed it didn't work out. I was really stoked on the idea of buying a Toyota, and like this car search has just been kind of beating me down because so many ads on Facebook Marketplace are either just scams or they're like highway miles, and then you look at it and it's literally a disaster. But just when I'd given up hope, I went to my mechanic friend to say, hey, thanks for looking at these two cars for me. He was like, wait,
oh my God,
I might have something for you.
I'm dead.
This is a 1999 Ford Ranger short bed XLT that has had one owner and has been in a garage most of its life. And most importantly, my mechanic friend has taken care of it for roughly the past 10 years. It has 101,000 miles on it.
We are test driving a 1999 Ford Ranger. This thing is like super tiny, but like it's a pretty epic car, and I think I'm gonna go for it. The other Tacoma was just like, the frame was rotted through. I think this thing is like a lot more solid of a vehicle. I mean, it literally is 27 years old, but yeah, she's a beauty. I don't know, I just don't know. Like, it's an older truck, but you know, they don't make them like they used to.
In my research regarding Ford Rangers, they've shown to have been very reliable, able to get to high mileage, and have very cheap parts when they need repairs. That is my goal as a young doctor who's just starting out. The last thing I want to have is a car payment, and I think this thing can get me from here to Rhode Island to Maine and maybe Nova Scotia.
Not a big engine, you know?
Yeah.
It's a V8. It's a V8, right? I think.
All right, I should probably get it back.
All right.
We've been test driving this thing. It's pretty sick. I mean, it is tiny. Like, it's a little baby truck. Pretty stoked on it. And the best positive is that, like, my family friend took care of it, like, most of the truck's life. So they know that it's all good and stuff. And yeah, could be the new surfmobile. You could see me sleeping in the back of this up in Maine in a year or this winter or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're stoked. Hopefully it all works out. All right, guys, so yeah, I'm actually really trying to rip today. I pride myself in being pretty tough in terms of like changing, surfing in cold water and like just dealing with all this. But today it is so cold outside that I'm gonna be changing in the car. If you're also tall, you're gonna know like it is so difficult getting in and out of a wetsuit inside the car. But it's so cold today that it's actually worth it. So I'm gonna get changed right here. Guys, wetsuit's on, let's do this thing. Young Groms. One of the guys I was surfing with let me know that my car lights were on, so I just zoomed back in. I'm gonna review some footage and charge the camera up a little bit. Obviously didn't get the wave of my life there, but that was a super fun session. The police are here in the parking lot, so that means it's time to go. You can't stay here after sunset. But I still have to run my mile today, and it is mile number 1,000. Guys, this is kind of epic. Just cutting my own line through the snow right now. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, we just finished mile 1,000. The record is 52 years and 39 days, so we're coming for you on the next swell.